Hey, thanks for dropping by. Anyway, this is your Pullerbear Grip XL, and this is what it looks like when it arrives after you take the packaging off of it. And on the end here we have a lanyard, so you can hang it in your shop when you're not using it, so it's out of the way. We weld Pullerbear.com, Pullerbear Grip XL, the birth date of 25th March 2022, and finally Canada, CANADA, made in Canada, right here in British Columbia. This provides traction, much like a tire has treads. This gives you an ability to hold on. It feels good in your hand. You have some texture here to hold on to in the event it gets wet. Now, the business end. This tool is the Pullerbear Grip XL. It opens up 2 1/4 inches. Grab any stem that size. It'll close every range from 2 1/4 down to a blade of grass. It'll pull it. Now, I took the liberty of putting this 3/16 inch rod into our deck here, just to show you that it can grab the smallest. There you go. You can see. There it goes. So, this tool has a high gloss enamel finish. It's a high gloss enamel that you can find anywhere in any Home Depot or Ace Hardware, in any hardware store in North America or around the world. So in the event you scratch this tool and you need to paint it or make it look nice, just paint it with some high gloss enamel and away you go. If for any reason you need to weld this tool, which is highly unlikely, but if you ever have to, you can wire brush the paint off and weld it and repaint. Now, it is not powder coated in any way. Powder coating is a disaster on particularly garden tools that you would work around rocks, because once you bang this tool against a rock or a powder coated tool against a rock, it's going to crack or chip the powder coating. Now, if you understand powder coating is not attached to the steel, it's just coating it, much like a Smartie, like the coating on a Smartie covers the chocolate. And what happens is, if you crack it, you'll get moisture between the powder coating and the steel, and the moisture will wick. So not only will that be rusting the tool, wherever you chip it, you're going to have razor sharp flakes that can cut you pretty bad if you grab them on the wrong angle. There's no way to repair powder coating. If you're going to use a powder coating on something like this, where you got metal and metal touching each other, you're going to have to slather grease on every connection so you don't wear the powder coating away. Because once the powder coating is worn through, you're going to have that bare steel and that flaking problem and rusting. So powder coating on a tool like this is disastrous. There's no way we'd ever do it. Enamel paint, anybody can do it, anytime, any place, anywhere, and it's just that simple. Now, advantage we have over our competitors is this is 3/8 inch thick plate steel. We've drilled 1/4 inch holes in all corners, and the reason we do that is if you get into some soupy ground or soft ground, you can take a piece of scrap plywood and you can screw it onto the bottom here. It spreads out the pressure so it doesn't sink in, or you can even add one on the back, so you can actually have one here, and it's just a scrap piece of plywood. Basically free. Most people have some sort of wood laying around the house and 4 wood screws into each piece, and away you go. Now I'm going to show you the mechanism of how this tool works. Pretend that's the stem of a tree, and I'm in the bush, and I drop that around the stem. Tool wants to hold on all by itself. I'm not touching. Hands off. And it's biting. So with the Pullerbear, because it wants to bite all the time, it's grabbing all the time. Anytime there's resistance, the tool's biting, just like that. So you can use the tool not only to uproot the plant, but then if you got lateral roots that are still in the ground, you can use the tool, by tugging on the tool, you can use it to rip the rest of the roots out of the ground. Now with our competitors, they have a jaw that wants to flex open. So when that happens, once you get to the 45 and your vertical pressure is gone, their jaw opens and it drops the tree. So what they have to do is they have to take their tool, put it down carefully, you don't want to break the powder coating, and then you got to grab the stem with your bare hands and rip it out of the ground. Now it kind of defeats the purpose. So this tool, by far and away, in our opinion, and lots of our customers' opinion, is the best manual tree puller on the planet. It was invented here in Canada, manufactured here in Duncan, British Columbia by us and only us. So we have a best price guarantee, because when you buy a Pullerbear, whether it's on Amazon or through us, it's us. Our fingerprints are all over this. So thanks for coming by, and we've got some work to do. Have a good day.